Alright, so the first thing we want to do is a right brain, left brain thing. And we just do right hand to left knee. Do 20 of those. It helps connect the right brain to the left brain. Wakes you up in the morning. Okay, then from here, we move our hand down on the side of our leg to our calf. And I call these mosquito slappers for obvious reasons. And the entire time you're doing these warm-ups, you want to pull in, you want to suck in on your core. So engage your core, so you're pulling in your stomach and up on your pelvic floor. From here, you go to elbow. And you can do your own pace. You know, if you need to slow down a little bit, go ahead and slow down a little bit. And if you can't bring your knee up that high, modify it, but do the best you can. And eventually, over time, you'll get better. From here, I do okole slappers. Take my hand around and slap my glutes. Pulling in on the core. I think I'm getting too close to the camera. Okay, that's your warm up. Okay, the next exercise is similar to the mule kick, squat, chest press, but this is a roundhouse kick, squat, and a military press, okay, which we did with the bucket push. So again, it's an isometric push, and you pretend like you have weights, or if you're at home and you have some light weights, you want to do it with that, go ahead. But just isometric is good enough for what we're doing. Alright, so we're doing a roundhouse kick, so you take your knee, take your leg out, point your knee at the target, and then kick at it with your toe. Pull it back in and come down to a shoulder width stance. That's a roundhouse kick. So bring your knee up and chamber it. Out, back, and down. A couple more times. Up, out, back, and down. Other side. Up, out, back, and down. Chamber, kick, and down. After a while, you want to do them a little bit faster, but for now, do them really slow. Then after you do the roundhouse kick, we'll squat, we'll press, and come up on your toes. I'm on a hill, so it keeps making me go downhill. And then come back down. Roundhouse kick, squat, press. Core engaged. Kick. Three, squat, press. If you can't kick very high, you can kick only low, like to a knee, a person's knee. That's good enough. Squat. And last one. What's that one? Other side. I didn't come up on my toes. It's hard to keep your balance. When I go down and touch my knees to my elbows here, and then up. Again, core engaged. All times. And yummy. Okay, the next muscle group we're going to stretch is right in between the shoulder blade and the spine. Those are called your rhomboids, okay? And they're the muscles we use when we pull, or when we're rowing, when we open a door, that kind of thing. When we open a drawer, a cabinet, anything like that, we're using our rhomboids. They help keep our spine, our shoulders back when they're strong. When they're weak, you see a lot of this kyphosis kind of stuff. It's not good. It develops into humpback. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the same principles of reaching and pulling. So first of all, we're going to reach, exhale, hold it for 2 or 3 seconds and come back. That's 2, 3, and 4, and 5. Other side. Reach and pull. 1, 2. Really arch your back right in your shoulder area. That's 3, 4, and 5. All right. Now if we want to do some arm circles, just to kind of loosen up our shoulders, warm up our shoulders. You can go small ones, bigger. Just going to do a few. Now, other direction. So rotate forward, medium size, small size, and shake them out. All right, next thing we're going to do is for our forearms, our flexors, we're going to stretch those. Same principle. We're going to contract here, so we're going to reach with that, and then we're going to apply a little bit of extra pressure here. So contract and stretch. And stretch. That's 2. And 3, 4. You only want to hold this because it's maximum stretch for like 2 or 3 seconds. After that, the stretch reflex kicks in and your body fights it. Okay, other side. Contract with your extensors and pull with your other hand and exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, good. Now we're going to stretch these, and this is what a lot of people get tendonitis, either from, they also call it tennis elbow, from playing racket sports, from using a screwdriver, a hammer, or believe it or not, a keyboard and a mouse. A lot of checkers can get this too from contracting these muscles all day long and not stretching them out. So we're going to learn how to stretch them out. Make a fist. Pronate your wrist, which means turn it to the outside. Keep your fist tight, and then put your thumb at the wrist crease. Put your fingers behind the knuckles, and then you're going to do a Japanese wrist lock on yourself. So you're going to pull in, you're going to push with the thumb, and you'll feel that stretch right in here. And then you want to pull it up, and as you pull it up, the stretch will climb up your forearm. Okay, that's what we're going to do. So in, 1, 2, 3. You notice I bring my hand out to here every time. That's like squeezing a sponge and then releasing the sponge to let it fill back up with blood and lymph and nutrients. And last one, other side. Fist, point it to the outside, roll it to the outside, pronate, put your thumb in the wrist crease, wrap your fingers around the knuckles, Japanese wrist lock yourself. Okay, and first you're going to feel it down here. So we'll do a couple there, and then we'll roll it up Up. And last one. Okay, now, if you do have pain already here, then what I recommend you do is a little bit of self-therapy. And you can do that by doing the same stretch, only the pressure is applied with your thigh. The pressure on the stretch. But you're gonna apply, like we applied neck pressure, you're gonna apply that with your opposite hand to the part that hurts. So you're gonna go here, you're gonna apply pressure, come up, move your thumb, apply pressure, move your thumb, more pressure, more pressure. If you don't want to use your thumb, or maybe it feels good to use the whole palm of your hand, you can do that. And like that. Okay? You can do that on both sides.